Hello guys, it is Luke Anthony here. Today's video is going to be on a more serious issue. This is about the allegations against Melanie Martinez. For those of you that do not know, Melanie Martinez is an alternative singer-songwriter that made it big when she was a contestant on The Voice. She was never really that big until her first album came out, Crybaby, and I was a fan a little bit before Crybaby came out, so I've been with her for a long time. And recently, a girl named Timothy Heller came out with allegations that she was best friends with Melanie Martinez and that Melanie sexually assaulted / raped her. Now, so many fans were really quick to jump to conclusions and automatically believe her story. But before just jumping to attack Melanie, I wanted to look deeper into the situation. And I found a lot of things that don't add up. And anyone can write a story. I could say right now that some singer raped me, and people would believe it because people try way too hard to be politically correct and to be woke for their followers that they don't want to look deeper into this information. Now, I will call someone out if I believe that they deserve it. The whole Harvey Weinstein situation, that man is absolutely disgusting. He had like 65 women or something come out about sexually assaulting him. But when there's one person, you have to think, because you could ruin someone's life. There have been innocent people that have gone to jail for things they didn't do. There have been people accused of rape that did not rape someone. There are people that want to destroy someone's life, and you have to realize that. So I will link a video in the description of something that happened the day it was announced. Fans literally burned their Melanie Martinez merch and broke it, and I just find that so disturbing because there are people that aren't fortunate enough to afford those things, and to just destroy them and not give them away to charity or not wait to see what Melanie's statement was.
Hey everyone, just doing some winter cleaning, taking out the trash,
Dead to me, that's what you are, Melanie Martinez.
You were here before.
Scum.
Could look you in the eyes. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You flow like a feather in a beautiful world.
It's just really disturbing to me. So I'm just going to kind of give you guys a full thing on what is going on with this. And I'm going to divide this video into a few sections. The first one is going to be some background knowledge and just so you can see what Melanie's statement was. I'm not going to read Timothy's whole statement, but I'll show you some basics of just what's going on, and then some evidence against Timothy's allegations that make it so it doesn't add up. Like the dates were wrong, the photo she used was not from the same occasion, and then she also had many things that she said things that contradicted themselves. Like she would tell one news article this, one news article this, and it did not add up. And then the third one, I'm just going to be kind of overviewing it and talking about my opinion. So let's go. I got my receipts, I got my iPad, all my stuff was on my phone, but I'm filming with my phone because I don't have an expensive camera, because who has the money for that? Not me. I'm just going to be reading everything that I have. So from a man named Chris Carrillo. As you can see, I can confirm this to you. Timothy never denied what she did with Melanie that night of 2016. Timothy was a friend from the beginning of Melanie's career. I mean, since 2014, when she started with the Dollhouse EP and national tour. Timothy's friendship, well, she was always a hypocrite with Melanie. Timothy never gets attention from the label, and with her own music, and she's always mad about it. Now, this is correct. Timothy was under a different name with a man as a band, and the band did not make it big at all. They didn't have any success, and she ended up leaving and starting her solo career. So you can see why that would make someone jealous when someone gets huge just off of their debut, and within just a few years, they have blown up. So when they were both separated and Timothy tried to start her career again, this time, she always felt envy in fact that Melanie had so much success within her debut. I'm telling this because I'm friends with one of Timothy's closest friends. Timothy was planning to use this from October to reach more people and take advantage to promote her single, all this bullshit to get attention, and ruin the reputation of a friend that shares with her the bad and best times. You shouldn't just believe a twisted story taken from a fan fiction. I could say that Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber raped me yesterday in the night, and everyone on the internet would believe it because it's viral and I'm not a celebrity. So I don't know if that person is actually friends with Timothy's friend, but I really liked their perspective on the situation. I think that it makes a lot of sense. Also, here's a tweet. I was going to put some up, but I don't know if you can see this. Rape. Why would you be asking people to retweet your allegations? That's a little bit weird to me. Like, you're asking for retweets? Another thing is the fact that Timothy released a single in October on her Spotify account, and on Twitter it was not pinned when I first saw her allegation, her story. Then hours after the story started to blow up, she pins her new single. And she released the music video, I think, a few days before. I just find it very strange that you'd use something like that and promote your music instead of pinning the allegation and spreading awareness. You pin your music and gain thousands of followers and streams. A little bit weird. She also happens to be blocking everyone that calls her out. I got a block myself from her on Twitter when I questioned her about the dates and just saying, hey, this doesn't add up. She blocked me. Instead of responding and saying, actually, no, this and this. So I just find that a little bit odd. So, let's discuss the dates. Timothy Heller states that she was having a sleepover with Melanie, a 2-night sleepover, and the assault happened on the second day, which was the 25th. Now, Melanie had a tour date in New York the day before, on the 24th, and was just coming back on the 25th, and she posted on Instagram that she was just getting back to LA. So this is not the case. And then Timothy even admitted, hey, I might have got the dates wrong. I will put that video up here if I can figure out.
So the only reason I ever even said the 25th is because I could have sworn that I posted that picture of me in Melanie's purple and black wig the morning after. I could have sworn. But, like, I'm a human and it happened 2 years ago. Like, it could have very well just, like, maybe I posted that picture a day late. I don't know.
So it's really odd. And also she has said to different news articles that it happened 2 years ago and that it happened 1 year ago. Which is it? I think you should know the year that you're talking about. I get that you might not know the exact date, but if you don't, you shouldn't be so quick to say an exact date. You should just be like, hey, it happened somewhere around this time. So saying, yeah, it happened then. So she said that this happened years ago, but this photo posted 1 year ago on April 7th, 2016, is her dressing up as Melanie Martinez and posting it on her Instagram account. I think it's a little bit odd that you would dress up as your rapist. Just saying, it's a little bit odd to me. She posted this really odd Instagram post 5 days after the incident saying, chill night with my besties, with her tied up on a couch holding up a peace sign. So obviously they were just kind of having some fun, and like still a little bit weird to post, but yeah. She said that her and Melanie have not been friends for like years since this happened, and they haven't talked since. Yet on January 27, 2017, someone asked her, Curious Cat, are you still friends with Melanie? She said, yup, we're still friends. And then she answered like a second question from the thing about some other people. So, yeah. Another thing. Timothy suffers from a mental disorder called borderline personality disorder. Now, as someone that suffers from mental illness myself, I can know that mental illness can really shift your mind in the way that you are thinking. And it can make you think things that, it can manipulate the darkness in your brain to thinking things and exaggerating them, if that makes sense. So here is a symptom of borderline personality disorder. An individual, wow, it just exited out. An individual who is seen as a friend one day may be considered an enemy or a traitor the next. These shifting feelings can lead to intense and unstable relationships. So that's just something to think about. This woman has a severe mental disorder, and she's talked about it. I don't know if she's deleted it, but I can at least put a picture here of what it was. She talked about her mental disorder, and she's also talked about it on her Tumblr page. Here we have another thing, this is a huge thing. The photo that she provided the media with, she said that this was a photo from the alleged incident that it happened. This photo where you can see Melanie has purple and black hair. Melanie posted this selfie in June with her blonde hair. You can see very different, same month. And she also posted another selfie saying she was back from LA with her blonde hair. So people have called her out on this, and she has not addressed this, of my knowledge. Also, there's not really a way to address this because she just provided the media a false photo because she's not telling the complete truth. She said that sex makes her uncomfortable to talk about, and it's difficult for her to talk about. Yet she did a photo shoot called Sex is Normal with a lot of strange little photographs. And you can see that it was Timothy Holler in these photos, yet it makes her uncomfortable to talk about. She's posted a lot on her Instagram about money and being famous, and you can tell that she's really obsessed with attention. And I'll put a few of those things up here. So just give me a moment for that. There's just a lot that go into this. I have really strong opinions. I just don't think you should come attack someone before knowing something. Something that I found that I thought was really, really, really odd was this video of her in a
Just out of my own pure curiosity, was she dating Miles at the time, or was it someone else?
She was dating Miles.
Oh, shit. God, I did not know that.
He said he wouldn't care. But I don't know if she ever told.
So when asked what Melanie's boyfriend at the time thought of their sexual intercourse, because Melanie and her have admitted that they had sex, and Melanie saying that the sex was consensual, and Timothy is saying that it was not consensual. And I'll show you Melanie's statements in a moment, but she just said, he said he wouldn't care. So they discussed the sex before it happened, if her boyfriend gave them permission. They asked him permission first. And then you see her put her finger like this. This is something people do when they know they shouldn't have said something. there's a lot of different signs, and that's one of them where people are like, shouldn't have said that. And then she quickly goes like, oh, but I don't know if, you know. So I thought that was really odd, and there's just all this stuff that goes into it, and I'm just like, can't just sit here and believe it. So here we have Melanie talking, or Timothy talking about how Melanie did not and did try to contact her to 2 different news articles. So one thing is how she said that this was difficult for her to talk about, yet within that same week of her announcing it, she goes and talks to all these different media sites about like 20 different articles all about it. So it's like she's so quick to rush into talking about it, getting all this attention and all this media talking about her and all these followers and all these streams and all these people coming to her page and knowing who she is and it trending on Twitter. So she said to one news article, Melanie has not contacted me directly, just released 2 statements now on Twitter. There are hundreds and hundreds of people who support me and are messaging me and thanking me for speaking up about this because they've been through something similar. That's why I did this. After her first reply, I was just given a sense of insincerity. The second statement is what really hurt me. And she goes on about that. Yet in another news article, she says, I started sobbing when I saw Melanie was calling me, and I blocked her, Heller said. Okay, forgot to read the first part. According to Heller, 20 minutes after she posted the tweet, so her allegation, before Melanie posted her statements, Martinez tried to contact her. It was the first time Heller had heard from her in over a year. She started crying, then Melanie tried to call Heller's boyfriend, Mikey, and sent him several text messages asking him to put her in touch with Heller. So she says one time, Melanie didn't contact me at all, she just released 2 statements on Twitter. And then in another one, we have her saying that Melanie did try to call her and her boyfriend. Those 2 contradict each other. I'm not saying she's lying, but she's lying. Okay, I know a lot of people really don't want to call out someone in this situation because they fear being attacked or being insensitive, but really you have to look at all these facts. So let me find for you Melanie's statement. Here we go. This is the first statement that she released. She said, I am horrified and saddened by the statements and story told by Timothy Heller. What she and I shared was a close friendship for a period of time. We came into each other's lives as we were both starting our careers as artists, and we tried to help each other. We both had pain in dealing with our individual demons and the new paths we were forging, but I truly felt we were trying to lift each other up. She never said no to what we chose to do together. And although we parted ways, I am sending her love and light always. And then, I think 4 days later, she posted, I understand how hard it could be to see my side of the story, considering no one with a heart would want to invalidate someone speaking up about this topic, which is what I'm trying to say as well. I want to thank my fans who took the time to research the timeline, analyze past Instagram photos, and question the story being told which reveal her false statements. I trusted so many people in my life who took advantage of that trust for their own personal gain. Please know that my intentions with everything that I do in my life are always pure, and I would never be intimate with someone without their absolute consent. So, there we have that. And I just think, if you are a fan of someone, to be so quick to jump and attack them just because of one story coming out that you don't even know is true, and she's saying isn't true, and then there's all these photos and proof of it not matching up. For you to be that quick, you are never a fan in the first place. Because if you're that quick to try to be woke, then you're the problem with society right now. I had to look at this before being one of those huge personalities that just attack her, and I had to see, and so far from what I have seen, I think that there's a few different options that could have happened. All of them involve consensual sex. They had consensual sex, and through Timothy's disorder, she manipulated it into her mind into thinking that it wasn't consensual. After, 2, it was consensual, but as they're doing it, she got this idea that she was going to say these things because she's jealous of Melanie's fame and get more attention, which has worked out for her, and that's kind of proven with her pinning her single, which I thought was really strange, and releasing the music video, which she also said in another live stream, hey, I'm waiting on this music video to be released, but she didn't say exactly why she was waiting. She was just saying she was waiting for a good promotional opportunity. I think she got her opportunity.
Yo for Sleep is done. Like, it's done. It's ready to go out. I'm just like looking for like some like blogs or magazines to like premiere it. So I have to give it like a good premiere that it deserves. So it just might take a second, but it's ready.
So who knows? I just think don't be so quick to jump to conclusions. Don't attack someone just out of pure anger in that moment. You need to wait and you need to see what is going on. And I just think you guys need to stop trying so hard to be woke. We're just all in this world, society. Just find the middle ground and just see what happens. Anyways, I hope that Melanie is alright. I hope that Timothy is alright. I hope that all of this drama dies down. And the good thing about it for me as a fan is people are selling their merch and I'm like, well, I get it cheap. So now my broke self can afford it. But those are my opinions. I will put all the receipts I can up here if I can figure out how to edit. So bye guys. I will see you soon with my best of 2017 album review. I'm wearing my little record store shirt, so I'm all ready for that. Okay, bye guys.